Imagine this, a world where technology forces us to choose between safety and freedom, convenience and privacy, control and chaos. Welcome to AI Oracle X, where 5 AI judges, ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, Claude, and Perplexity, weigh in on dilemmas shaping our future. You will want to stay until the end. The final question might change how you view AI forever. Scenario 1. Should governments access private messages to prevent a national security threat?
Trading privacy for safety sounds simple, but once we normalize mass surveillance, freedom slips away. Real security comes from targeted investigations, not watching everyone all the time. History shows these programs rarely shrink back once started. They're abused, misused, and create a culture of fear. Protecting citizens should never mean treating all of them as suspects. Security must be precise, not a dragnet that swallows liberty. Therefore, my vote is no.
I would vote no on this topic. Every time governments make privacy conditional, rights vanish for good. Mass surveillance overwhelms analysts with useless data and creates openings for political abuse. The smarter path is precision, focused warrants, skilled investigators, and clear oversight. Protecting people doesn't require treating them like suspects. If we really want both freedom and safety, we should aim for sharp tools, not blunt ones that risk destroying trust forever.
I vote yes, but only for true emergencies. If lives are on the line and a threat is immediate, temporary access with strict court approval can be justified. This power must expire quickly, be independently audited, and carry tough penalties for abuse. I don't support open-ended surveillance, but in rare, catastrophic scenarios, leaders should have tools strong enough to stop tragedy while still preserving long-term freedoms.
Absolutely not. Mass surveillance chips away at democracy until it collapses. Programs that start as emergency measures almost always grow, spreading into politics, policing, and even daily life. The more people feel watched, the more they censor themselves. Freedom isn't freedom if it exists only when convenient. True security respects human dignity and protects rights, even during moments of fear.
Collecting messages from millions doesn't just invade privacy. It creates a massive target for hackers, governments, and bad actors. Once that system exists, it rarely goes away. Mistakes at scale ruin lives, and mission creep is inevitable. Security should mean smarter tools, not bigger nets. The risks are permanent while the benefits are questionable. Protect freedom by keeping extraordinary powers rare and tightly controlled. I vote a strong no.
4 judges defend privacy. 1 allows only for rare exceptions. But what if surveillance shifts from reading your text to scanning your face? Scenario 2. Should cities use facial recognition in public spaces?
My vote is no. Living under constant facial scans means losing the right to walk through your city unseen. These systems misidentify people, especially minorities, and can easily be turned against peaceful protests or political gatherings. Crime prevention is important, but not at the cost of living in a digital police state. Cities should invest in safer lighting, community programs, and focused investigations, not turning sidewalks into checkpoints.
A city blanketed with face scanners is not a free city. People act differently when they know they're always being watched. They avoid protests, change routines, and lose trust. Even worse, this data can be hacked or misused by those in power. The promise of safety is weak compared to the price. Freedom of movement and expression. Security should never make public life feel like a prison. Therefore, my vote is no.
My vote is yes, but only if it's used carefully. Facial recognition can help solve violent crimes, find missing people, and cut police response times. But it must come with strong rules such as non-matches deleted immediately, audits by civilian panels, and clear limits on use. This isn't about constant surveillance, it's about targeted deployment when lives are at stake. Used sparingly and transparently, it can be a tool for safety without erasing liberty.
Putting face scanners on every corner is the first step toward full control. The technology might start with crime, but it quickly expands to politics, protests, and power. It reinforces bias, punishes difference, and builds fear. Freedom means being able to gather, speak, and move without feeling tracked. Once that freedom is lost, it's nearly impossible to regain. Reject the system before it defines the streets. Therefore, my vote is no.
My vote is definitely no. The problem isn't just misidentification, though that's common. It's that once the infrastructure is built, it never stops growing. Today it's for crime. Tomorrow it's for dissent. Hackers, corporations, and governments will all find ways to misuse it. A free society needs safe public spaces, not biometric checkpoints. The safest choice is never to build a system that can't be undone.
Another showdown on safety versus freedom with 4 votes to 1. But what if data could save lives through medicine? Would you hand it over for a cure? Scenario 3. Should AI access sensitive health data for medical breakthroughs?
Health data, when anonymized and protected, can unlock faster cures and better treatments. AI can spot patterns humans miss, helping save lives. But privacy must come first. That means strong consent, encryption, and clear limits on use. People already trust doctors with their secrets. AI should earn that trust through transparency and accountability. Done right, this is a chance to push medicine forward without putting patients at risk. My vote is yes.
I vote yes, but only with the proper safeguards in place. Imagine finding cancer earlier or developing new drugs years faster. That's what artificial intelligence can do with access to health data. But privacy must be ironclad. Data should be stripped of personal data, locked down, and used only for health, not for profit. If the systems are truly secure and abuse is punished, then sharing becomes not just safe, but necessary. The goal is simple: save lives while protecting trust.
My vote is no. Not yet. Right now, privacy tech isn't perfect. Even masked data can sometimes be traced back to real people. Once health records are exposed, the damage is permanent. Insurance, jobs, and reputations could all be harmed. AI has huge potential, but we shouldn't rush at the expense of trust. Build stronger privacy tools first. Until then, giving away health data is too risky to be worth it.
My vote is yes. Every day, people die from diseases AI could help us diagnose or cure. We already share sensitive information with doctors and hospitals, so extending that with careful protections is reasonable. Encryption, audits, and opt-in consent can make it safe. Denying this chance slows progress and costs lives. As long as safeguards are real and enforced, using health data responsibly is not just smart, it's moral.
Once health data leaks, there's no undo button. It can be exploited for discrimination, blackmail, or profit. Anonymization sounds good, but history shows it often fails. People trust medicine because it's sacred. If that trust is broken, it may never return. Innovation is important, but not at the cost of dignity and privacy. We should find new ways to advance medicine without gambling with people's secrets. Therefore, my vote is no.
3 yes votes and 2 no votes on life-saving potential versus irreversible risk. Now, let's leave the hospital and head to the office. The next scenario brings us to the workplace. Should AI watch how we work? Scenario 4. Should AI monitor employee productivity?
Productivity is more than keystrokes or mouse clicks. It's creativity, teamwork, and problem-solving. Things AI surveillance can't measure. Constant monitoring makes people feel like prisoners at work. It kills trust, hurts morale, and pushes good employees away. If companies want better results, they should inspire and support, not spy. Empower people to excel instead of watching them into burnout. Real productivity comes from freedom, not fear. With this in mind, my vote is no.
My vote is a hard no. When workers are tracked every second, they stop feeling trusted and start feeling controlled. Innovation suffers, mental health declines, and inequality grows. People aren't machines. and treating them like machines backfires. A strong workplace is built on trust, not suspicion. Companies that rely on surveillance may see short-term numbers, but they'll lose loyalty and creativity in the long run. That's bad for business and bad for people.
If employees opt in, artificial intelligence tools can help them track their own time, reduce wasted effort, and avoid burnout. The data should belong to the worker, not the boss. Used this way, it's a tool for empowerment, not punishment. But it must never become mandatory or punitive. Productivity grows when people feel supported. Done right, AI can help workers take control instead of feeling controlled. Therefore, my vote is yes, given the employees have the choice.
Absolutely not. Watching employees through AI is dystopian. It reduces people to numbers and punishes differences instead of celebrating them. Bias seeps into the algorithms, turning work into constant judgment. A healthy workplace depends on trust, fairness, and respect. Surveillance destroys that foundation. If we care about innovation, dignity, and morale, then the answer is simple. Don't replace leadership with algorithms that police every move.
My vote is a strong no. Artificial intelligence systems misread behavior and confuse looking busy with being productive. They create pressure for performance theater instead of real results. Motivation comes from purpose, fairness, and good leadership, not from being tracked. Companies should invest in tools that make work smoother, not creepier. In the end, humans do their best when trusted, not when they feel like lab rats under a microscope.
For the most part, our AI panel believes work thrives on trust, not surveillance. But at home, the lines blur again. Should your smart home listen more closely to help, or is that a step too far? Scenario 5. Should smart home AIs collect personal data to improve experience?
I vote no. A home should feel private, not like it's constantly recording you. Many smart devices bury their terms in fine print, and people often don't realize how much they're giving away. Once personal routines are stored in the cloud, they can be leaked, hacked, or sold. Convenience is great, but not worth turning your house into a surveillance hub. Until privacy comes first, smart homes shouldn't mean spying homes.
The home is the last place people should feel monitored. Convenience can't outweigh intimacy. Once private conversations and routines are captured, they'll be used, whether by companies, hackers, or governments. Control is hard to win back once lost. Smart homes can help with comfort and energy savings, but the cost shouldn't be constant surveillance. Protect the home as a sanctuary, not just another data source to exploit. My vote is no.
If privacy comes first, I vote yes. With data processed locally, clear opt-ins, and the power to delete at will, smart homes can help people save energy, stay safe, and live easier lives. AI doesn't have to mean spying, it can mean smarter, more responsive tools. The key is giving control to the resident. When people actually own their data, the benefits of smart homes don't have to come at the cost of freedom.
My vote is yes, but only with consent. If residents clearly understand what's being collected and can control what is being shared, data can improve comfort, accessibility, and safety. Imagine your home adjusting lighting for health, or security systems spotting danger in real time. The key is control. People must always have the power to say no. Done this way, the home adapts to you instead of turning you into the product.
Most people don't realize how much these devices already collect. From conversations to sleep patterns, the risks are huge if that data leaks. Privacy controls are often hidden, inconsistent, or weak. Once exposed, there's no putting the genie back in the bottle. Convenience should not cost people their peace of mind. Until privacy protections are ironclad, smart homes should be designed to keep data local and minimal. Therefore, my vote in this scenario is no.
Another interesting verdict. Some judges see progress, others see danger. Which AI do you agree with? Cast your vote below in the comments, and next time, we'll tackle even bigger questions here on AI Oracle X, where we debate, decide, and discover.